Hi. It's another semester, and I'm going to start right away by saying that I know all of you sitting here in this classroom or looking at me online are nervous at this point because this is where everything comes together. This is where all your portfolio gets built. But, and here's the but, this is a 16-week semester. I'm here to tell you to calm down, that it's going to probably take longer than 16 weeks, and I want to get right into starting from where I call the beginning, step one, to wherever the final step takes you. I want to show you the means to get there, and all of you have a different story here. All of you have different assets, content for your portfolio. All of you have a different desire or a hope of where you might end up eventually, where you want to be. I want you to keep open to all possibilities, and I want to start this off by showing you the items. I'm going to move this little thing over, and then I'm going to get my face off the screen, and I want to show you everything that's in this folder, because this is where the semester goes, okay? The very first thing that I want to show you is, even though it's still under construction, I'm going to show you my website. So I'm going to go in here and just show you my website and my graphic portfolio, and to show you where I make my living, or made my living doing this, is through a series of different kinds of capabilities and skill sets. And that's how I want you to think of your portfolio. I want you to think of it as a variety that is going to entice the people around you, the people that you're interviewing with, that you have to offer a variety to them. I don't know why I want to show my face, but I'm going to show my face. You have to offer a variety to them. So let's call the variety both content and delivery. So the delivery is going to be manyfold. Starts with your logo and ends possibly with a motion reel, with a portfolio reel. Okay? Remember, we have 8 specialties now in MACA, and we even have a motion design specialty. So let's just begin at the beginning. So if you want to view my portfolio, this isn't about me, this is about you. You can go to SorialIllustrations.com. I have over 200 movies now on YouTube. And I also wanted to, let me minimize this, and I don't want to click the red button to close this window. I actually just want to go back to the home page. And I want to show you that my portfolio both is training portfolio here, where I actually go through a whole series of training for After Effects, Illustrator, and the Photoshop ones. I don't have links on here for the 2800. To get to my YouTube videos, even if the class is over, I want you to just click, go up here to just say Brian Sorial YouTube, and my whole channel will come up here. So I'll just go right to my YouTube channel here, and then down here in my YouTube channel, you can see all of the movies that I have, my general promotion movies, all the way to the portfolio development playlist, which is right there. So this is going to have a lot more in here this semester, including this movie and 2 of the movies that I'm going to show you right in the beginning of this. So let me begin at the beginning. The one thing that I want to talk about is, and I'm going to just kind of hit my finger on this, is I'm adding content, and I'm going to put this over here. So, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Let me just cancel that. Let me just quit that right this second. So, okay, let me just quit that. Okay, I just wanted to hit the go button. Okay, so I want to minimize this. This is content that I'm adding to my portfolio for this semester, and I'm just going to go down. So I'm adding this eventually. Your portfolio is always changing. It's always evolving. So as I'm going through this, what I want to tell you is focus on one piece at a time, okay? Focus on what's in front of you, and the rest will take care of itself, meaning you have to stay dedicated to it. You are going to be on a journey in this portfolio development class that's going to take longer than a semester. So let's just get to a point where you can, let me say it right. Let's just get to a point where you can get on with your story. It doesn't mean you have to wait all the way until the end. There is no end to your portfolio development. There is no end. So let's just get to a point where you can get your material online. I'll show you student examples of it, all right? Let's just get to a point where you can get a job that's near the area, hopefully is the area. That's the original photograph of this young lady, and this is the illustration that I did of her. And I have every one of these movies online so you can keep on learning. I'm known as a product illustrator. I'm going to finish my statement about you getting a presence even during this semester. If I have people, companies, our industry partners who want someone, and your portfolio is only to the point where your tear sheet is even ready to show anything, your resume, your cover letter, and your tear sheet, then that's all we can do. So, and that has gotten people jobs before, which I'll go through this hopefully as fast as I can. And I will show you that with a brief completion of one part of your portfolio, you can get a job. Okay, so let's just go through that process. Let me close that window. So what I want to begin with is first taking my wonderful little face off the screen. So I'm going to minimize this. And then we are going to go through a series of steps to get to a portfolio. There is something that I wanted you to see on screen before I even begin any of the elements that are in here. I should have already had, I do. I have it. It's right down here. I have another window. No, that's not the window. Sorry. Right there, 2850. Okay, so the thing that I want you to do first is right up here. It's called the logo. Your logo is important to you. Okay, your logo is something that you need. It's your branding. It's what everything is built on. So I've made a logo process sheet, and let me hit Command 0. Whoops, I don't want that. Why do I want that? Okay, so let's go here. This is a series of 7 sheets that students have sent me to develop their logo, and I'll show you right after this where their logo goes, and I'll keep on talking about the steps to get to where your branding is, all your branding package is ready, that your logo goes on your tear sheet, goes on your portfolio, goes on your motion reel, all of the above. So you can see this young lady, and she sent me this, and I gave her my suggestion. This wasn't a no. I just said that I like this sheet. I'm going to go ahead to the next sheet, and that I liked the one on the bottom here a lot. The other ones I really didn't think worked. They weren't contemporary enough, or they didn't define her enough. And so I love this one that's on the right-hand side, and Anna ended up choosing this one, and it is now consistently throughout her package, which she is getting to this semester and probably over the next year. So the next one is a portfolio development sheet. I'm going to zoom in on this. I didn't mean that to get so small. This was by another student, and this shows a progress from the initial concept. See it down here where it's starting the rotation? And this logo sheet will be available in Canvas, and I'll show you where. I might as well show you right now. Everything that I am doing or showing today is going to be available in your Canvas module. Right at the beginning, right at the top of your module, right here, I'm clicking module, okay? Right at the top of your module, in here, all of the files will be available that are going to be shown to you today. I haven't got them assigned for the semester yet, so I don't have your class on here. This is just a class from last semester. So I'm going to minimize this screen and keep on going on this. So this is what Christine had done, starting from down here, working her way around with her mood page, her color page, getting around to her logo, to the finished logo that she wanted. So let's go up here or down here to another one that is what they refer to as a mood board, and then showing me your sketches, and then going from there to your finished design. Okay, so if you don't have your logo developed, please start on that process even today. And all I mean is give me sketches. And remember that your logo is a representation of yourself. It is going to be, keep it simple, not complex. Keep it 1, 2, or 3 colors at the most. So let's go through and see other logo sketch sheets. So here is a sketch sheet for this logo, and look at where they actually ended up doing the logo over here. Again, this sheet will be available, so I'm just going to go through it fast, okay? And you can see what they ended up with. It's a little bit complex, but it's still beautiful. Here is a really cool one, which actually just shows the quick indication sketch, the rough pencil, the digital linear stage. They probably scanned this in, and then they cleaned it up in Adobe Illustrator, and here is their finished piece, which is an Adobe Illustrator file. So from there, I want you to go through and complete your logo. Now, I have on that Canvas module page, I put it in here, just let me find it, a portfolio assets and no, that's not what I'm looking for. Logo price sheet. Was that it? No. Well, it is partially it. I'll just open it up. Over here, this portfolio assets and information sheet, I'm going to zoom in to it. Okay, so you can see on the one side here that I've given student examples. Now, it tells you all about where to get things printed, especially in Michigan right there that I'm highlighting. And I show this in the movie that I'm about to show you in a few minutes about where in Grosse Pointe Print Express is. But look at over here on the right-hand side. Let me zoom in. On the right-hand side, we have examples of how students take their logo throughout everything, throughout their tear sheet, and throughout their hard copy portfolio. This is an example from Devon of a tear sheet, and I have her entire tear sheet in the student example tear sheet and portfolio link that's on Canvas, okay? And we'll see it, and I'll show it to you in class today, or the first day that I'm in class with you. So let's just go through, and I'm showing this particular one in a movie form today. So here is Dominica's, here is David Holmes. Let me zoom into this. So this is Dominica's tear sheet. It's an 8.5 by 11 mini version of your portfolio. And then this is David Holmes' 11 by 14 version of his portfolio. Down here we have Lisa's, which I'll show you this in expanded form in a minute. And then we have more of Lisa's tear sheet. So here's Lisa's 11 by 14 portfolio. Here's her 8.5 by 11 tear sheet. Now get the tear sheet done first, then we do the portfolio layout, and you can get a job from it. To make that point, I'm going to take a second out, and I'm going to go here, and hopefully I have it in this tear sheet example thing here, and if I don't, I will go find it. But Kim Furman right here, and I'm going to hit Command 0 so you can see the whole page. This was Kim's logo, and over a weekend, we had a job possibility in Mount Clemens working for a healthcare system. And they needed a graphic person. She's still there after 6 or 7 or 8 years, maybe even 10 years. But Kim didn't have anything ready to go. And from a Thursday to a Monday, she created this. She showed this tear sheet with her items on it. And it's only a 4-page tear sheet. Look at it. She got the job starting at over $40,000 a year. Okay, with full benefits. And she's still there. Now she's doing motion. She's more of an art director, designer, and she's doing a really good job. Now let me close this because I don't want to close it. Whoops, I didn't want to close. That's okay. In that portfolio tear sheet examples PDF, I have a bunch of these. Look at how many I have. Let's quickly go back to Canvas. Just wanted to bring it up. And here is that zip file. So you can just download the zip file and you can look at it. Now let's kind of quickly get back to this because I want to show you what I asked Kim Dworkin to do. Here is Kim Dworkin's Behance page where she put all her material up here, and I'm not going to go clicking through this. You can click through this if you go to Kim Dworkin. Here, stop the movie right now. Look at her name here and go to kimdworkin.com. Don't click kimdworkin.com. I'm sorry, she's redoing that website, but go to Kim Dworkin portfolio on Behance and you will see all of her material. I'll just click one of these just so you can see there's more material down here, and this is what she did when she worked for one of the companies she was at. So I'll click another one and you can see this is another complex series of ads that she had done. But having your content on Behance is just a really great way to shop your skill and your talents to industry. But let's get back to this. Let me minimize it, not hit the darn red button. So here, and I'm going to open up Kim Dworkin's basic layout. Now, I'm going to then open up the InDesign file. So let me hit Command 0. Let me hit Command minus once. Now, here is her, when you have your logo done, the very next thing I want you to do is to give me a 3-page version of what your long 11 by 14 or 11 by 17 portfolio is going to be. Look, this is her cover page. This is, let me zoom out. This is her inside spread. So let's go back to her cover page. Here is her cover page, a little bit bigger. Here is her inside spread. Here is her back page. There. That's what I want from you. I want that both in 11 by 14 layout and 8.5 by 11 layout, which we'll look at that in a minute. Her 8.5 by 11 layout, I believe I put it in here as her resume. So let me show you her resume, which is, let me hit Command 0. There is the beginning of her tear sheet. So look at how she put the 8.5 by 11 layout next to the 11 by 14 layout. And then she went through and did her double page spread. And she just gave me an example of where her page is going to be. See, I put in here, this is where she wants to put her copy of whatever. She's going to list the software, which you will see in a few minutes. And then she gave me a back page. Now, let me close this or minimize it. And let's go back here and let's open up her InDesign file. So her InDesign file is going to show me, this is her 50, I didn't think I double clicked it. Okay, her InDesign file is going to show, and all I'm really doing is to show the pages icon, and that she was going to use the master pages to place all of her content in there. Now, this isn't a lesson on InDesign, okay? I just took this and I said, okay, I want this layout minus all of these elements here. I want this purple and this item to actually go up on your master page. And then all you got to do is drag the master page into any one of these pages. Right now they all say master page A. But actually what I want is I want to take this content that is here, that page that is here, and it's a JPEG, so I can't really go into her file and separate this. But if she had the purple rectangle and her logo, which is all she wants on her master page, she'd copy it and paste it in place when I double click this. This is her master page. Then every single page would have that purple on the left-hand side and her logo, right? You understand InDesign, right? And then if you didn't want that on the cover page, let's go back to the cover page. If you didn't want that on the cover page, you would just drag the none master into the cover page. And then you can see over here that the A went away from the cover page. You would also drag it down into the back cover, and then the back cover wouldn't have it either. Okay, that is her let's go back. Look at how now she's laid out all 50 pages because she figured out she wants 50 pages of content. She can add more, take away less. But that's not what she made the PDF from. Okay, she made the PDF from, and I'm not going to save this, from this one. So this is where she started. She just gave me a 3-page, look at it, whoops, I went too small. She gave me a 3-page item, which she exported out of InDesign as a print PDF, and then she sent it to me. Okay, and then I approved her layout, and then she started to add her content to it. So with that said, let us go show the movie that she created, or that I created for her in this, and I'm going to expand this almost to full screen, and I'm going to do some talking while it plays, and the sound isn't going to be great, but remember, I want you to go to Canvas and click, or if you go to the Canvas page, I'll have the YouTube link. Okay, it'll be just click it on the Canvas page, on the weekly assignment page, I'll have it in Canvas. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Sorry. Let's go to here. Let's go to the Canvas module. So in week 1, there will be a link to the Kim Dworkin movie and the Steve Carey movie. It'll naturally take you to YouTube. Okay, but let's now go see what this is about. So I'll just start it out and I'll be quiet for a second. Let me just hit this. Let me see if I have the sound. Okay, so I went through, and remember, you can stop this movie at any time. I just stopped it. So now I get to read all of this, right? You can stop it too, but I'm going to keep on going. So the portfolio of Kim Dworkin, each page is 11 by 14 inches. Visit her Behance site, and there's her Behance link. But this is what I want you to see. I want you to see how she laid out her first page. I want you to see what she did, how she has her, I'm going to go back to that first page, and then I'm going to stop it. Okay, this text, which I'm not going to do on every single page, let me make sure I show it. I put the text that she has on her left-hand side, I rewrote it here, so you can stop the movie and you can see what the art director or the client is going to read. So I want you to make sure that you take into account that you are showing your material in front of the art director, and keep your focus only on the right-hand side. Don't put any pictures pretty much on the left-hand side. Okay? So let's keep on going. And I'm not going to show this whole thing. You can go through every single page of this portfolio movie that I'm showing, and you can see down here she has total item count of 9. Now when I call this content items of 3, I'm showing just physical things you're putting in your portfolio. I want you to get over 50. Now don't get all freaky over that. I just want you to get over 50 of them. So get near 50. Near 50. Okay, for the final portfolio. So count these as 3. Let's keep on going. There's going to be 3 more here. Now this is an ad she did. Now look at how you can read this, stop the movie, read it over here, see the software, total content items 3, total count up to 15. Now as I advance this and keep on going, page after page after page after page after page, all the way, I'm going to go all the way to the end. This is an 11 by 14 portfolio, and look at how the total, I'm on page 36 and 37, that's spread 36 and 37. She has her content items are 2 on this page, total count 46. When I get to the very final page of this, you can see her total count is 61. Now, you go through this movie. If I were you and I was sitting in that chair, I would go through and see how she gave a really nice feel to the angles, to the whole feel of this. And I'll have this book in class so you can see it up front, up close and personal. Now let me close this movie, and then let's go to the Steve Carey movie. Now, this is a young man who is also working in the industry. I have his link right here. So go stevecarey.com. I'll click it. Then I'll let it go to that link. And then I'll show you that in his movie, here is stevecarey.com. Now, here is his website. Steve has been in the business for about 7 years, and I won't even begin to tell you his salary because you won't believe it after 7 years. But Steve gave me an effort that took a lot longer than a semester. Now here is Steve's effort. Let me minimize the screen. So I'll start it. I'm going to show you that I'm going to advance to the end, and you're going to get overwhelmed with this. But remember, one picture at a time, one step at a time. You don't have to have this many pieces of content for your portfolio. But if I go through all the way to the end, he has 118 pieces for his portfolio. Okay? Now I want you to go through this like I am, and I want you to see that almost none of these are in-class assignments. These are things that he did on his own, or he took the class assignment and he redesigned it. Now, go to YouTube or go to the Canvas link and look at this. Look at this movie page by page. Look at how on the left-hand side his Steve Carey logo changes position. Look at how that's just a little bit of a branding thing. It's just, it makes it for, I'm going to turn this down just a skosh. Look at how that makes for a real nice layout. Look at how it keeps on going. Now this is an 11 by 17 portfolio, which he also had printed at Print Express. And I even show on here at the end where you can get the hard shell copy, which is portfoliosandArtCases.com. Okay, and make sure you get it so that you can expand that joint right there. Okay, now I'm going to close this. The next thing I want to go through is Lisa Jensen's tear sheet. Now this is what I'm going to hit Command 0. This is what, and I'm going to zoom back out of this one just so we can see it. And I want to show this in single page so we can just see it. So she starts out with her logo in place, that's her branding, and she has her resume. Then she goes ahead and look at how many pages. It's a total of 5 pages. So she actually got the job with this tear sheet, which was done long before the next thing you're going to see. So that's page 5, page 4, page 3, page 2, page 1. Now you can go through this in length because it's in that same student example zip. Okay, now let's look at the difference, and you keep your eye on how she did her logo here. But now let's, whoops. Yeah, I'm going to close all tabs. Now I want to go in and do her long portfolio. So let me keep on going on this, and I'm going to zoom out of this. Well, that's okay. Zoom out of this that much. Let me go to 45%. I just want it slightly bigger. Okay, now let's go show the whole thing. So I'm on page 2. Here's her cover, and now let's just keep on going. Page 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at how her logo switches over here on the left-hand page. Look at how she has her product descriptions there. Look at how the angles are nice. They're not the same angle all the time. Look at how she's giving a variety. Remember, variety and contrast is what an artist is all about. So let's just keep on going throughout her whole page. That's a painted car that she showed the Photoshop art, and then she showed it in an ad that she did. Now, I would like to show you the difference between hers and, let me go back to Kim Dworkin's, wherever I put it. Where was Kim Dworkin's? Okay, I have to go over to here. Kim Dworkin portfolio. So I want to show Kim's in this form, and I'm going to keep on going in Kim's and show you that she put in, and I'll zoom in on the page in a second. So to her, she put her layer palette and her paths on here because she may not be at the other side of the table in front of the art director. So she wants the art director or the client to actually see, just understand that. Don't assume. You guys know how to spell assume. Look at how she did the same thing with her gradient mesh, and she did the same thing, I think, one more time. No, she didn't. I thought she did it before. Maybe I've got so many in my head. But this is what I wanted you to see. The layer palette with her Photoshop painting, I thought she did that on her car. Maybe. Nope, she didn't. So that's okay. So I'm going to close this and close all tabs. So let's go to the next thing. So I'm giving all of these examples. Now, here's what Nancy Gould gave me on her tear sheet. Let me hit Command 0. She sent me, let me zoom out once, and show it in single page, sorry. Now, she sent me an example of different tear sheets and what I liked. So here's 1, 2, 3, or 3, not 4. She gave me 3 examples. Okay, and we chose one of them. And she is currently working for one of the cities in a graphic sense, and they're almost, I don't know if they have hired her full-time. She was in an internship, and she did all their social media. She did After Effects stuff, and now I believe they want to hire her full-time. So, and if you can hear the lawnmower outside, I'm so sorry. So now let's look at Nancy Gould's portfolio. So let me zoom out of this, and if it doesn't show in the right way, let me zoom out of this one more time and put this again on 45%. Now, here is her portfolio layout. So let me show you her cover page. That's the one she showed or chose from her initial design stage. And now watch how the colors change. And that's showing variety. Look at how this changes. She didn't want to stay the same. She wanted to show a variety throughout her branding. And I think that's really ingenious. But look at the logo on the upper right-hand corner. Look at how that absolutely, importantly, stays in position. Okay, and then she came and followed through. Let me see how many pages this is. I never got to the 12th page. So, okay, so she didn't even have content yet on page 11, but she's now getting into this. So, I just want you to see how important it is to keep your branding going. Remember, one step at a time. Start with your logo and give me that layout page. Let's keep on going. Here was her portfolio ideas. I think, let me put this at just command minus. Okay, I don't know which one this is. I put it in here. Let's go to 45%. Sorry about this. Okay, so this was the initial one that she had done. Maybe this was just a copy of it, so sorry. So now let's go to the next thing. I wanted to show you two examples from students, but I wanted to quickly show you that you have to show me at some point your content folder. This is Amanda Rogers, all right? This is Amanda Rogers with her motion reel PDF, and it's just the let me hit Command 0. And I shouldn't even show you that yet. I should go through and show you this is what she wanted for her cover letter. So this is her first thing that she showed me. We went through a whole process of how she wanted her logo to look, and was just a one-page thing. It's her cover letter and her resume, which I have that as an assignment in the first 2 weeks. This was her resume part of it, so let me hit Command 0 so you can see now she is keeping her branding consistent. Let's go through her tear sheet layout. Let me go Command 0 and back off one. Now this is a 3-page thing, so now she has them both put together, and now here is a blank page where she's going to put all her content. And if she has 4 or 5 or 6 pages when she ends up, that's fine with me. So that's what I want to see now for the tear sheet layout. Okay, and we'll go through it again, but as I go through the Canvas thing here, let me go back to the module. Let me close Steve's page here. Look at how in first week I want your career goals. We'll talk about it in class. Then I want your portfolio details. Down here I want your resume and cover letter content and appearance. Okay, so it goes through week 1, personal career report. Week 2 and 3, your portfolio layout. Just your portfolio layout. Then week 4 and 5, your resume and cover letter. Week 6 and 7, your tear sheet layout. Your week 8, if we can get there during the semester, just your ideas for the motion reel, not the motion reel itself. Week 10 and 11, we start to put together the portfolio. Week 12 to 14, we go through what you have so far for your portfolio. It certainly isn't going to be completed. And then possibly on the final week, a portfolio presentation. Now, let me zoom back out of this. So let's close Amanda here, and let's go down and see that this is what she wants to eventually do for her website. So she's giving me, I'm going to zoom back out, and you can see that she's taken her same idea, and this is what she's showing me. It's an InDesign file showing me her content as she's showing it to me on her website, which actually this is not a bad display. I should have had it that much bigger. I'm sorry. This is not a bad display of her 1/2 page of her 11 by 14 portfolio. So this would be fine. Actually, it looks pretty cool. So I'm just going to go back up to the top, and you can see this is just her content that she has so far and her layout that she has so far. And this isn't the left-hand side of the page, but this is actually her clickable website. So let's close that, And let me go back and show you her content folder. Your content folder is just a folder with all your elements in it that you want to use. Now, that wasn't the only content folder that I had of hers. Actual portfolio pieces. So now she has all of these portfolio pieces, including her resort project. Look at all those elements. Her logo that she had developed. Okay. This is the logo that she wanted. Look at how she's taking. Actually, that's not the one that she actually finished. That was one prior to the one that she did. So now she's actually changed. She has new logo here. So let's see now her new logo. This is how she wanted her business card to look. Let's close that. Let's see the envelope that she wanted to have. Let's see that. So now she took and didn't like her initial logo. Can you change? Of course you can change. You are the commander of your own ship. And here is her letterhead. So she changed and liked the second one she did. So let's go back to the beginning here and let's go down to the student. I have Aaliyah's in here, and I think I'll put Aaliyah's on. This is Aaliyah's cover letter. I just want you to see many examples. You don't know how hard this young lady worked, constantly getting this nice curve that she had to her A to show up down here, and the different placements that she had inside of it. Here is her portfolio layout. I'll actually open it and put it at, let's go to, let me see, okay, let's go to 45% again. And now here is her portfolio layout. Look at how I'm just clicking throughout her portfolio. This is a beautiful portfolio. It's absolutely stunning in its look. Where she wanted to have on the left-hand side her content and her explanation and the software, that's where she had it. Now I'll have Aaliyah's portfolio in I don't know if I do. Let me see if I do. In the student example tear sheet, it's not in there yet. I will make a new zip file with her content in there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have, I don't know why that says number 1, but I'm going to actually put this one in here and include it in her content. And I'll even put the, I'm going to look at the tear sheet, yes. And I'm going to put her tear sheet in there as well. So when you go download it from the internet, Aaliyah's will be in there. It's not Aaliyah, it's Aaliyah. So let's go back to here. I want to end this movie because it's taking a long time. You have a lot to do. I want you to go through the Brian Soriol movie at the start of this semester, and I want you to see the content that I have in my portfolio, and I'm only going to go through it quickly, but I want you to see where I want your head. This is what I show to all students, okay? This is just a nice motion design reel just to show the different content that I have in my portfolio. All right, so please, in Canvas, I should have the Brian Soriol movie right up here at the top when the class starts, okay? And it'll be there. All right, so let me minimize that. I keep on saying minimize because I don't want to hit the red button. And so that's basically it. I want to put my little face back on the screen and let's end this. So I want you to go through the 2 movies that we talked about. I want you to calm down, get one thing done. Now, I would like you to put together a JPEG/PDF content portfolio. Let me show you what I'm referring to. Let's go to Amanda's. I want you to put together a content folder to where you can show me all your material that you have so far for your content. Now, she could have combined that one with her actual portfolio pieces. Okay, so I need to see your content, whether it's 1 item or 50 items. I need to see it all. So, this is going to take a lot longer than a semester. I have students all summer long who have sent me material. Some of it I haven't even been able to get to yet, and it's almost the start of the next semester. So welcome to the portfolio class. I'm looking all around the room, if there is anybody in the room, and I'm saying, let's work one-on-one. Now, let me end with this. You guys have jobs during the day, a lot of you. You're here on the first day. Come and see me during my office hours. Email me, call me. I will give you my cell phone number in class, but I will even come in on a Friday or a Saturday if that's the only day that you can review your portfolio on. It is important that you get something done every week. Try to do something every day on your portfolio. It's going to be a long journey. All right. I didn't even get into the motion part of it. I did, but I didn't. All right. I want you to relax, and I will see you as the semester rolls on. Thanks.